Hey guys, welcome back to Geek Peek. Today we're going to take a peek at my Diamond Select Toys Marvel Select Thanos figure. I got this for Christmas and I'm stoked to get it opened up. Happy New Year, by the way. We're into a new year and I'm super excited to see what this year is going to bring. But anyway, with that aside, let's check out this Thanos. First of all, the artwork on this box is really nice. I am digging that. That is a cool bit of artwork with a close-up of Thanos' face. This Thanos has a death figure inside. He also has an extra hand, the Infinity Gauntlet, and Death has a face, a human face. If you don't know the story, basically, and it says it on the back, I'm not going to read everything that's on the back, but here's a rundown of the story to this figure. Thanos fell in love with the embodiment of Death. To Thanos, Death looked like a female. Thanos proposed to Death, and Death turned him down, and then Thanos hated everybody after that, is basically the rundown of that. That's what makes Thanos so angry and powerful. He was denied by a lady. I mean, think about it. You know, who wouldn't become angry and want everybody to die if the lady they loved said no when they proposed? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this up. We're gonna get into this. So I will be right back after this is open. Stay tuned, don't leave. I'm coming right back. Alrighty guys, here is the mighty Thanos standing next to the love of his life, Death. And I do like this figure very much. I am a huge fan of Thanos. In the way of Marvel supervillains, he is by far, no doubt about it, my favorite supervillain in the Marvel world. And he's cool. So here is Thanos. We're gonna get a more in-depth look at him. So let's take a look. Alrighty, so as far as points of articulation, Thanos' head spins around. It will tilt back a little bit so he can kind of look up. Look up at, I don't know what the hell he's looking at, but yeah, so he's got a lot, you know, quite a bit of head movement, a little bit of back and forth movement. Of course, it spins all the way around. He does have a ball joint in his shoulder. Well, that's a bicep joint. He does have a ball joint in his shoulder right here, and it kind of snaps into a few different positions, so that's kind of cool. He does have a bicep, a joint swivels around in the bicep. He has an elbow joint, very tight elbow joint. It kind of ratchets a little bit too, that elbow joint, and of course his wrist, his glove will spin there. That's about all the points of articulation in his arm. The joints, some of the joints are tight in this particular figure, and some of them, you know, little bit loose, but it still don't stop him from, you know, from being posed. He's definitely posable. And gosh, look at the muscles on this guy. Look at the back muscles. He's beefy. All right, so he does have of course, waist movement. No ab crunch in this figure. None of that. Just his waist will rotate, and you can kind of see how loose some of these joints are a little bit. But the shoulder joint does ratchet, so it does pop into place. Really, I mean, this kind of gets in the way. This armor here gets in the way a little bit, but still, you can see that little bit of loose movement when the shoulder is down isn't preventing him from being posed, because they do kind of pop into place. So yeah, he is definitely going to be totally posable, no problem. Okay, so his legs here, we're gonna be hindered a little bit by of course his armor here, but his leg will come up. He can do some sort of judo kick, but it is stopped of course by the armor here. He has a knee joint, which does ratchet as well. His leg will, you know, you can probably get a full spin out of it, no problem. Does his boot spin? His boot does not rotate, but he does have a little ankle joint right there, and that is very cool. That is about all the points of articulation we have in this figure, but there's plenty of articulation, plenty of points of articulation to make this Thanos very posable. You can really get him into some nice poses. So we also have his Infinity Gauntlet, and of course this goes in this hand, and I think what you do is you just pop this one off with a little it's probably not gonna be real easy. Alright guys, sorry for the jump cut. I got a workout trying to pull this fist off so I can put the Infinity Gauntlet on. It was super tight, very tight. I guess that's a good thing. You didn't have to worry about it just falling off, but that was on there. I struggled to get that off. So anyway, now hopefully this goes on much easier. Let's see if we can. There we go. A little bit easier to get this off than to put it on, but there you have his Infinity Gauntlet and all the stones. And so here you have it, guys. This is Thanos. His details are you know, there. He's got some details in his gloves. You know, his of course it's his gold and blue costume. He is Thanos. Not a lot of detail in the paint job. Just not a whole lot of detail going on, but you do have, you know, it looks like maybe a little bit of a wash going on there, a little bit of a darker color there. You got a little bit of a darker color on the gloves. Of course, the stones are painted. You got a little detail in the gloves. His face sculpt is incredible. I do like it, and I like the expression on his face. He's just like, argh. And the face sculpt is nice, and there's a little bit of a detail there as well. But all in all, it's a fantastic figure, and if you're a fan of Thanos, this is a great figure. Marvel Select makes amazing figures, and I'm very pleased with this one here. So that is Thanos. We're going to set him aside, and we're going to bring in the love of his life, which is death. Alrighty guys, here is Death. This figure is really not it has no articulation. It's basically a statue. But with that said, it is a very nice statue. The sculpt of this is very nice. The paint job is very nice with the dark wash over the purple to bring out all the depth of the robe and things like that. There's a dark wash over the face and the hand. One thing that kind of threw me off a little bit is here. There's no hand. I understand that maybe her hand's up inside there. They did do a little bit of a dark wash inside there to add some depth in there. So, you know, the robe covers her hand. That's okay. It looks fine this way. But when I was looking at it, when I was holding the statue like this, looking at it, that just looked kind of strange. But when it's standing up and displayed, not so bad. And then with Death, she has a lady's human face, and this just pressure fits in there because you can see on the back it is molded to this skull. So you just kind of press the face into the skull face, and this is what you get. Now, in my opinion, that looks odd. It doesn't look like she actually has a face. It looks like she's wearing a human mask, and I know basically that's what it is, but I think it's supposed to look like she's wearing, or she has a human face. But it doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look terrible, and if you get it positioned right, you know, it looks okay. But I think maybe I will display her. Well, actually, I'm probably just going to display her with the face. My preferred look is without the face. If I can pop this off, my preferred look is this, but I don't want to lose this, so I'm just going to leave it on there, and display it with Thanos with the human face. I think he would prefer that anyway. But all in all, this is a fantastic figure, and the two together are amazing, and Thanos will will live happily ever after on display with the love of his life. Alrighty guys, there we have it. This is Thanos. Marvel Select Thanos by Diamond Select Toys, special collector's edition. And he comes with the love of his life, Lady Death. And she has a human face. And I'm digging this. Marvel Select makes some fantastic things. And I am a huge, as I said before, a huge Thanos fan. And I'm happy to add this to my collection and to put on display over there with some of my other Thanos figures. Alrighty guys, Happy New Year. Have a fantastic New Year. I hope your New Year is starting off fantastic. I know mine is. And I thank you guys so much for coming to the Geek P channel and taking a peek at my Thanos figure. Thank you guys for stopping by. I will see you in my next video.